What exactly is freedom? Question you can ask anybody and you'll always get a different answer. As a matter of fact, what does freedom mean to you? We will all have different ways to define freedom, if that is from playing outside to having the right to speak. Yet some people do not keep in mind that our soldiers risked their lives just for us to be free. Some of us now, we deserve freedom, and the people that don't are the people that have abused their freedom to a point of breaking laws of it. This is something that you want to avoid. My speech is all about what freedom means to me. My perspective of what I think of the topic of freedom is also about how it can affect people in their everyday lives. It's about how the right is gained or how it is lost. Freedom, to me, is a privilege, a right that is used to be able to do the things that you want for acting, speaking, or thinking for yourself. Other countries have freedom as well, such as New Zealand or Canada. There are also other countries that have little freedom. There are some that don't have the same freedom that we have. You just need to know that freedom is something to keep in mind every time you go somewhere or do something. Freedom is the reason that you can do it. Freedom was acquired by our soldiers and veterans who fought for it. We have freedom as a privilege because it was earned by our country. Freedom comes with laws as well. Freedom does not mean, essentially, you have the freedom of a license, specifically a driver's license. You're not going to drive at any speed because there are speed limits, right? These laws, you could say, are boundaries before the rights of freedom. You have the freedom to go to restaurants, bathrooms, schools, and more. All of these privileges are because of freedom. What we all need to understand is that some people do not have freedom. We need to be thankful for the freedom that we have because sometimes we really don't even think to care that we do. We are free, and we have to recognize that. That is why our veterans and soldiers deserve that quick little thank you for your service every time you see them. Our military fought for our rights. Make sure you respect them for their great acts. Freedom has also been lost, not just by us either. You can lose freedom by not completing tasks. This goes for everyone. It can fall into the category of not doing your chores to just not being able to do the things that you want. You can lose freedom in other ways, such as disrespecting others or not following rules in general. Also, if you have to complete a certain task which takes time out of a fun activity. These are all boundaries of being able to do the things that you want before a certain task is completed. Some countries do not have freedom, such as China. Some countries do not have freedom. Some of these countries are Cuba, Yemen, or North Korea. Some countries do have some freedom, such as China. They have the freedom of religious belief. Our rights consist of three main categories: acting, speaking, or thinking. There are a variety of different rights of freedom. Some of these are freedom of religion, expression, or license. Other countries have similar rights in regards to the same rights as the U.S. These countries are Hong Kong or Singapore. There are a variety of different freedoms in different countries. Also, do not abuse your freedom. By what I mean, breaking these laws or boundaries of rights is a bad thing. All I need to say is that freedom has rights from its three categories, and these rights have boundaries that should not be broken. In conclusion, we just need to respect the freedom that we have, but more importantly, respect our veterans and soldiers who led us up to this point, who risked their lives for our freedom. I know I've said it a lot, but it is the truth. We will all have different ways to define freedom. Ask a friend, what does freedom mean to them? I think there is more in the question than just what does freedom mean to me. And it really is a never-ending topic. But all you need to know is that I have stated what freedom means to me.